Hello, today I want to talk about some of the benefits and uses of this herb known as mugwort. So some might call it a herb, others may just call it a plant. Now before I get too far into it, I want to remind you I am not a medical practitioner. All the potential benefits I'm sharing are saying that they may assist. I'm not saying it's going to cure anything. Do not use this herb during pregnancy or breastfeeding. Do an allergy test, and you may want to do some research on the legality of the plant as to where it is that you're residing or where it is that you may be choosing to engage with the plant. And of course, if it's something that you're looking to grow, you probably want to find some permacultural friends or do your own sort of research in that as well, especially if you're living in a place that this plant is not native to. So, firstly I want to talk about some of the plant spirit qualities that this can bring into one's life. So it's often associated with things of seeing and multidimensionality, communication. It can also be associated with acceptance, free from judgment, and can assist in accepting all elements of self and not self, which I guess is just going back to acceptance that I just said before. And in the regards to the effects that this plant may have on the body and the mind, it can be quite good at providing relief for the nervous system, the digestive system, the respiratory system, and the circulatory system. Some people also like to use this plant as a clearer for spaces. So they would make what I would call plant wands out of them, which is to get the plant and tie it together and then to burn it. But you don't also have to tie it together. You could also have a really beautiful bowl in which you may just burn it and let the smoke arise from there, again when the plant is dry, not when it's wet. Now back to the bodily uses. Some people like to use it for inflammation. It also has some antifungal properties which can be really good for skin infections. Often the forms in which people will find this can be in the form of an extract, a tincture, loose leaf like I have here, which people may use for tea or even also smoking. Powders, you can get an essential oil as well. You might be able to get in supplements. Now in regards to dosage, that's really going to depend on the kind of form that you're having. So if you're getting it in an extract that is highly potent, then the amount in which you use it is going to be very minimal compared to if you have it in a loose leaf. You might just, even again, that's still what some would consider a small dose. But if you're not used to this plant and you haven't done an allergy test and all these other things, you do want to start small when you're introducing plants into your life that you're not normally engaging with on a regular basis as well. So it's about forming a really nice, gentle sort of relationship with these kinds of plants, not overdoing it as well. There's a level of respect that one may wish to have when engaging with all forms of life, but again in the context of this, for the herb and the plant and what it may have to teach you and show you. So also it can be really good for boosting energy. A lot of women like to use it for menstrual cycles as well. It's a lot of regulation in that area. It can help with improving sleep and relieving headaches. Can support the liver function. Some people find it's good at repelling insects and relieving muscle aches as well. And I've heard stories of people saying it can be quite good with providing relief and itchiness. So some people might have itchy skin, usually probably from insects or an introduction of some other chemical or form that the body is not reacting very well to. And probably one of my favorite qualities that I like about this plant is that it can be really good for dreaming And so some people like to introduce it through obviously oral consumption or topically applied, or by introducing it into the sleep space. So some people might want to put it under their pillow. And again, it's similar when I talk about with the stones and the mineral realms. You don't always have to actually have it in the physical form to work with it. If you like to engage in art through painting, drawing, photography, or you like to support others that do have that kind of creativity and that art, you can introduce these kinds of plants into your life through art and having them in your space, especially if you're in a place where maybe mugwort wouldn't normally grow and you don't feel it's very conducive for the environment to be importing it to where you are and growing it where you are. You can introduce it through the forms of art or even mantra, meditation, visualization. So there's lots of ways in which you can work with many things all around the world without actually having to physically be importing them into your home and into your life. So that's just another little reminder. And the other layer and level to that is, well, you don't need to use any of those tools, which is a whole other topic for another day. So yes, that is all that I wish to share in regards to the realms of mugwort. You're welcome to leave any additional information, knowledge and wisdoms if you want in the comment section down below. You can also reach out to me and ask any questions, and there's a whole various number of links if you're watching this on YouTube, with some other social media platforms that I'm on if you wish to engage with me that way, and an email address. And I will see you in the next vlog.